Today on the bench I have a realistic SA-150 integrated stereo amplifier. These were manufactured back in 1984 and were part of a smaller mini stereo system. You could buy the different components separately, like you could buy this and then you could buy the tape deck, and of course you could buy the record player, which was full-sized, but it was meant to go with this unit as sort of like a space-saving unit. So I have one on my bench here. A customer bought it from a garage sale and he hasn't powered it up or anything. He wanted me to check it first before any juice was applied to it to make sure it didn't blow up or anything. So I'm going to give it the quick once over and make sure it's good to go. Maybe clean up. I'm guessing the pots will have to be cleaned up. We'll take a look on the inside and see what's going on. But this is what it consists of. Power output, a huge 1.8 watts per channel into 8 ohm speakers. You can see the frequency response there. THD, input sensitivity, semiconductors. I got 4 transistors, 2 diodes, 1 LED, and 1 IC. So it's pretty small. Here it is. Now this one looks a little bit weathered in comparison to the one that's on the screen here. Yeah, just a little bit. It's probably been around a smoker or something. Everything feels pretty good. No scraping. Everything feels responsive. So let's open her up, shall we? Just gonna get some tape. It's the right thing to do. It just protects the plastic so it doesn't get scraped or anything. And there we go. Comes out that way. So I didn't have to take off the knobs after all, so I can put those back on. Okay. Well then, I'll just put those back on. So there we go. Alright, so we've got quite a few caps. Alright, so we have 5, 6, 7, 9, 18 caps. 19, 20, 21, 22. About 22 caps, and got some ancient residual capacitor goo there. You can see that. Point that out. So this is actually just glue. It's not the capacitor leaking. A lot of people mistake that. This is glue that they use to hold bigger capacitors in during the manufacturing process so they don't move around on the board. This actually, when it gets old, it dries out and becomes conductive and corrosive, so that might have to be looked at. We'll check that out. We'll measure everything up, see how things are. That's pretty clean on the inside. It looks like they've worked on the capacitors before. Scratch mark there. Go there, yeah, see right there. I didn't put that there. So maybe somebody's been into this before. Yeah, this is the amplifier IC, LA4440. I got some flux residue here, but it looks, can't say if that's factory. That looks like it's been toyed with. Maybe this has been replaced at one time. Yeah, it's pretty dirty residue. Okay. wild old blue here. And we'll check those capacitors. Zero out. Alright, so in terms of capacitors, we have this is a 1000 mic 25 volt. So if we look at the chart, actually let me see what is 1000, 1000. All these bigger ones are 1000. That's 220. So these ones should really be pretty on the lower side, because we look at our chart here. You can see anything over 1000 shouldn't be about about 0.4, 0.5. I'd say 0.4. So let's check. So this is the big boy. And it's 0.2. That's all right. 0.2. 0.2. All the big ones seem to be okay. What about this guy over here? He is a 220 to 16. It should be him right about here. And he measures at 0.4. He might be on the borderline there. Let me just make sure that's him. Here's one way I cheat. Got a nice bright flashlight you can see through the board. And there's two. Yeah, that's for the resistor. So that is definitely the capacitor there. And let's do it again. That's zeroed. 0.5. He shouldn't be above like maybe 0.3. And like he's 0.8. He's pretty much all over the place. Let's just do this. I haven't applied a power to this, and apparently nobody else has in quite some time, so we'll just zero that out. Short him out, make sure he's got no charge left in him. 0.4. And he's 16. So I'd say he's borderline. I might end up changing him. What else is around him? These other small capacitors here. These ones will be around 1 ohm or greater probably. Yeah, 7, 5, 8, 3. What are these guys? These guys are... can't even see. See, can you see over here? Lelon brand capacitors. I can't even see that, it's so small. I think in my old age my eyeballs are giving up on me. They're not working as well as they used to. 0.68 microfarad, 4.7 microfarad. So this is probably a 0.68 as well. Yep. And that'll be 4.7. Yeah, all those are fine. They're gonna be really high in terms of ohms because of their low capacitance. So I'm not gonna worry about those ones. What about these ones here? Let's see what the ESRs on these. It'll be these here. .7. Okay, that's completely open. completely open, so that's noted. And then there's two more over here. It's open. That's open. Well, isn't that fascinating? So they go in here to there. Nothing. And nothing. And if I go back to this side, where are they here? I get 2.9 and nothing. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to pull a schematic on this and see. Alright, so apparently on hi-fi-engine.com we only have instruction manuals. Now sometimes Radio Shack items did have schematics on the back. I gotta log in here. So I'll double check really quick and see if the schematic is actually in the manual. And you can look at me with here. So there's a unit we have. Straight up instructions, and what do you know? Schematic. Perfect. Zoom in, give her a little rotate here. Okay. So let's see if we can get an identifier here. C126, C125, and C121 and 121 and 122. So let's look for those first. Oh, sorry. Here's a 125. One, two, one. 560p. I'm not sure if I'll have these values. 122 and 121. 122 and 121, 560, so they're all 560. Okay. Well, I know I don't have those ones in specific, but I'll check to see what I do have. As Big Clive would say, one moment, please. Okay, well, I don't have 560 puff, but I've got these 680 puffs. I'm not going to put caps that are underrated, because I don't think that's really good, because I don't think that's nominal for the application. So I'm just going to fire up the old desoldering gun, and we'll get these things desoldered. This should be ready right about now. Now I'm doing this just to verify something really quick. So there's our cap. Right there. Focus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the Atlas ESR70, but not with the pointy probes. I want the grabby probes. Put that into view. There. And there. I'll see if this measures, measures the same way as it did. Yeah, it would have went by now. Wow, it's never taken this long. So either it's got a really high capacitance or it's going to be toast. Which I'm thinking the latter. Okay. It doesn't even see it there. So it just reads this as completely open. So that is NFG. So we're going to take all those out. Grab this soldering gun again. Go right in here. Okay, so those are all out. Keep you like that so you can see what's going on. And get some new ones. Need 4. Try grabbing the same type. I'll grab the better ones. A little bit of solder there. Good and good. And then over here. This one might be a bit of a challenge here. Go way on the inside. I don't know if you could see that. There we go. Oh, sorry. A little bit off screen there. Add a little bit more heat to this here. Doesn't look as volcanic as it could be. Okay, so that's 4 new caps in. Just trim the leads here. Okay, pretty good there. Pretty good in there. Let me flip it over. New capacitors there. And new capacitors there. So, here's the next big thing. Plug her in. Okay, so it's plugged in, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, don't blow up. I'm going to have to hook up some audio to it and see how it goes. I hear something. Sure, you can hear that too. Balance left, balance right. Volume down. No bass control. There you go, I can put this up. Waiting for the bassy part. Actually, the controls on this are pretty clean. There's no static. Do this. Here it comes. Wow. Well, considering this thing's size, it's driving my speakers pretty hard. And I don't really have big speakers, but they're big Ghetto Blaster speakers that I use just for testing purposes. And I have no doubt in my mind that this would drive a set of bigger speakers no problem at all. So this unit is good. I'm going to put it back together and give it back to the customer. Tell them I had to replace a few things, a few caps. But other than that, it's looking pretty good. Sounded great. And I'm not even gonna bother cleaning these because it sounds great. There's no static or anything. So that's gonna be it for this video. Nice little realistic stereo amplifier from the mid-80s. Still kicking. Lots of life in it. I think the owner will enjoy this one. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.